You're watching BCTV. We're all about Branford. You're watching BCTV, Branford Government Television, a service of Branford Community Television. This program is brought to you in part through the support of the town of Branford.
Okay, we're going to call the meeting to order. The Board of Fire Commissioners, July 27th, 2025. Time right now is 5:01 p.m.
Hold off on that until...
Yeah, I'm going to skip out of order here just because we're waiting for someone before we do on the swearing in. And I did tell the clerk, I said she already had the agenda posted, that we had some minutes to do, so we'll have to do it next meeting, just to approve minutes.
Oh, yeah, that's
Okay?
fine. That's fine.
Okay. All right, so the first item of business is discuss and, if appropriate, appoint Captain John Kujima to the position of Deputy Chief of Safety and Administration.
So, as you know, he had stepped down from the position to accept the promotion to captain, served in that position, reapplied. He was the only one to reapply, and we all know he's done a fantastic job.
Yes.
And it, it was a little bit of a process, but it's just the way the MOU is written for him to, go through that process.
Right.
But he, I think, as an order of business, it would be.
Just to be clear, he was the only one then.
He was the only one.
I will make the motion to
I'll second it.
appoint him,
Okay?
Your second, yep.
Okay, discussion?
reappoint him.
Reappoint them. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, congratulations. Back to Deputy Chief of Safety and Admin. Okay. Committee reports under personnel. We still have one firefighter who had retired. So the chief, as he had said here in his report, doesn't expect to have anything until August to fill that position. We have on the full-time EMT positions, we had two people leave. One left for personal reasons and one took a job as a firefighter in the city of New Haven. So they're working on filling those right now, both the chief staff is. And they're currently boarding new part-time EMTs and paramedics. 10 paramedics? 10? Is that right?
Yeah, 10 part-time paramedics, 9 EMTs. We fully expect to hire the full-timer through that process as well, but they are actually they've had their orientation, they're doing their ride time now.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Hey, Chief, do you have a roster, a roster that kind of details, I don't care about names necessarily, but numbers per?
Yes, we do. It's actually ends up in the
Budget book.
budget book. Yeah.
Okay.
It's you always have it in the budget book. It's all
Yeah,
good.
so the actual book, it's in ClearGov now, like, the numbers, but
Yeah.
I'm still doing the book, so I'll send that to you as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Finance, Commissioner Riccio.
Yes, it's budget time. Chief, if you
His
can,
wife will wait for his wife.
Chief, if you can go through the line items and just explain,
Yes, so,
which I'm very happy at the bottom line. Excellent
well,
job.
and the bottom line is, as you said, is what they look at, right? So,
Excellent job.
this department has been very fortunate. The public has been very supportive of us as our elected officials and, giving us the resources we need. So, we Brian and I worked very diligently to look at what the actual cost is now that we have people actually working in these. We're able to run the numbers using the hours that they work and feel comfortable in reducing some of these lines, especially the overtime line item. So we've reduced that, and we're doing it, because we're trying to be responsible. It's a reval year. We have been very fortunate in getting the resources, so we're not going to be, where we can be responsible, we're going to be as responsible as we can. It's just a matter of whether we're comfortable with the numbers, and we feel we are. So.
Excellent.
Your big ask was last year.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That
Yeah,
fits
yeah.
nicely.
It did, and then like I said, in this year we're looking under 2%,
Yeah.
which is well. So
Yeah.
do you want to explain just the wages and the additional wage and salaries? That's the only big jump we have.
Yeah, so the salary wages are step increases and, the contractual obligations.
Right.
So I think it was a 2.25 for the union this year. And then we had, some of those people also, the step increases are 10% bumps.
Right.
So that's why, that the number's almost 3.3 in the percent increase in that line. But but that's why, even though the raises
Right.
were only 2.25, that's why it's jumped that. And then, like I said, we were able to reduce the overtime, and when we run the actual numbers of what each person earns for vacation and the replacement costs, those are the accurate numbers. Longevity, as people retire, we have less and less because it's no longer in the contract. The only real increases were in the non-personnel areas where obviously repairs and maintenance continues to be an issue. When we talk about the capital side,
Right.
We'll talk about Jim Finch as we met with the Board of Finance on Monday, which is a little odd. For some reason, our meeting is after this month's Board of Finance. It's
Right.
usually the Thursday before.
Right.
So we weren't able to really discuss that prior, but I think we mentioned it
Right.
previous meeting that he was working on because we're at that space right now where we have these large purchases all grouped into one spot. The sinking fund wasn't really designed to address that. So his plan addressed it, and the Board of Finance approved a bonding allocation of 5,300,000 for two pumpers and a ladder truck.
So they approved it.
Yeah. Well, it still has to go through the
No, I'm saying, no, but they,
the Board of Finance.
yeah, no,
did,
they did, okay.
Yeah, and it reallocated the sinking funds
Yep.
to, still allow some sinking fund for the future, but also to handle the payments for the bond issue. So.
That'll be enough, Tom?
Yeah, well, I mean, we certainly hope so.
Like you're gonna,
I
are you gonna-
estimated on today's pricing, so.
If everything goes approved by July 1st, do you plan on ordering it?
We hope to order the ladder truck
Yeah.
at least, yeah, and one pumper and a ladder truck this year, and then, so what they asked us to do is project out through 27 because of the whole reval issue,
Yeah.
so.
Good.
And then the biggest thing, besides the money, obviously, is time.
The time,
So
yeah.
a ladder truck has taken over 4 years now, so.
Is it really?
By the time we actually get the truck, it'll be when we would have ordered it anyways.
Yeah.
So this allows us to be able to place the order, sign the contract, the money's been approved, but the truck won't actually be here until we need it. So, Brian, would you mind, I didn't print the copy of Jim Finch's plan.
Sure.
This
Just
is
out
it.
of curiosity, going back to it.
Yes.
This here.
Are you talking about the spreadsheet?
Yeah, his bonding plan, do you have a copy?
Yeah,
of
that's
that?
in, that.
Oh, it is in here?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I saw
Yeah.
it. Oh, that's right, you did it with the
Yeah.
apparatus, thank you. So yeah, you could look at, we could look at capital now.
Capital budget,
That is,
But this is out of our capital.
34.14.
yeah, so his vehicle replacement plan is in here, so if you want to look at that first, since we're talking about the project there. It's the one with the 34.1 page on it. So he took our replacement plan and just kind of reworked it with the bonding allocation. You can see that in fiscal '26, we're looking to sign a contract for the ladder truck and for a replacement pumper. And there is some confusion that happens because everyone's like, well, is that this engine or is it that engine? It's like, this board has said that when we replace an engine, it will go to the oldest, highest mileage career engine that's currently being utilized, so that we can then move that down to a slower volunteer unit. So the number of the engine will change, but you can see where the year of the engines that we're replacing. So we're going to replace a 1997, and we're going to replace, and then the ladder truck. Typically we replace a little bit earlier than the pumpers,
not in a
and
week.
we currently don't have a reserve ladder, and the ladder will have some life in it as a reserve once we purchase the new one. So, what's that?
I thought that ladder truck was in 08. Okay. But it was in 2008.
I think it's a 9. I mean, it might have been purchased in 2008, but you know, by the time you get it, they put the.
Yeah, but that was a demo, so I don't remember. I don't know.
We bought it, right? I remember driving it, Buzz calling up saying someone's going speeding through town, but got arrested. So
Engine 2,
Yes.
will it fit?
Engine 2, we'll take the doors off. Engine 4, replace them with Engine 2's doors, move that one into Engine 2, and then we can fit Engine 7 in Engine 4's bay.
Ah,
Does that make sense?
yeah.
There's a method to the madness.
But then there's one day. it's gonna come
There is
down.
at some point where we will not be able to fit
Fit
a.
anything in there.
Yeah.
Go back to the horse drawn.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the fiscal year 2026 budget, subject to adjustments by the Board of Finance and Selectmen.
I can second that.
Okay, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Training, Commissioner Hearn?
Got my training officer back. Like a nice report. All right, since the beginning of the year, they continue to do safety and survival, SCBA confidence, forcible entry, dry hose stretches, search and rescue. Because of the weather, the guys have been able to go out and do ice rescue skills, and in fact, heard a call the other day where a woman had fallen on the ice and they needed manpower to get out there, and footing and whatnot became an issue. So good job with that. So it's good that they're training. And I even see other citizens posting pictures on Facebook of the guys training out there. So that's nice too. Marine 2 helmsman training is ongoing. OSHA required training, including hazardous communications, bloodborne pathogens, is ongoing. 16-hour course is considered the gold standard of education for emergency medical assessment and treatment. It emphasizes a systematic tool for assessing and managing common medical conditions with urgent accuracy. Company 2 member Vincent Lavonia was certified as Firefighter 1 in hazmat operations. Congratulations to him. And he is now an interior firefighter. So good job there. That's it.
Sweet.
Okay. Apparatus, we have nothing to talk about, Chief, nothing, we just kind of went over that, right? There's nothing to say.
Yeah, Chief, do you have anything you want to add to that? Nope. All right.
Okay, we're good to go. EMS, Commissioner Fox?
Yep, our ambulance revenue to date is $1,670,080. 3,675 incident reports generated from July 1 to February 26. 2,721 patient transports to area hospitals. Our transport is 74%. That's up a little bit, isn't it?
That's pretty consistent.
Is it?
Yeah, that's kind of where we average.
Okay. 16% non-transport and 5% other dispositions. So as we continue to be very, very busy. Very busy.
Right. Pardon me.
Yep,
I gotta sniff on that time staying over here.
I told you how to fix it. Okay, we'll move on to buildings, Commissioner Conklin?
A month ago, I said the police department was fully in, and apparently they were not, but they are now. So, the fire department is sharing its good building with police, including the patrol at the far end of the building. Though I will say, as I sneak in the back door, there's a lot of traffic back there.
There is. So far, so good. You might have noticed on your way in too. I don't know if you came in the back driveway, but they did Public
Yeah.
Works did a great job. They cleaned that up. It looks very nice. I didn't even know it was happening until there were machines back there and trees were trimmed, and so It's nice.
The whole back road they did?
The whole back road, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mulched it and everything.
Wow.
All those like, scrub trees and all that's all gone.
Excellent.
They did a great job back there.
Yeah.
Because it was constantly, laden
Yeah.
with branches and
I think it's important to note that the police station is still staffed, and that's where they're receiving the public. So if anybody's
Oh.
watching, the public.
Correct.
that is a very
Yeah, that's
important.
what the trailer is for,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
The,
So.
right, the desk sergeant, for lack of a better term,
Yeah,
is still
yeah.
there. So if you need,
Okay.
To go into the police station, you go
Yeah,
into the
the police
trailer
station for that.
on Laurel Street.
Yeah.
correct. Small maintenance items are occurring. You now have your full hood so you can
Cook again.
cook legally. And what I didn't know, but I see here that you did include in the capital request for 26, 350,000 for conceptual plans for East Side.
Right, so that Monday, we have a meeting with the finance director and the first selectman to go over the budget items. And we'll probably learn more about, their strategy, whether it will be addressed somehow outside of the normal budget process or as part of the budget process, but that's, I guess we'll figure that out Monday. So if commissioners are around, it's at 10:30 in Jamie in the office.
10:30.
Oh, I'm delivering food at 10:30.
Okay. Pension and communications, there is a note here for the
I don't have
pension
anything.
guru. Yeah. Just we're eagerly waiting Deputy Chief Murray's data, so. stay-
Yeah, the ball's in his court.
Yep.
We rely on him to provide that to the pension committee, and he is extremely busy, been helping a lot on the town IT side, because they've been going through a transition, and also have one of their main network guy has been having some personal things going on so he's kind of filling in with that. So he's difficult to get a hold of, I can tell you that, but
Okay.
Good. All right. Chief, we'll move on to your report.
all right, my big focus tonight was really the budget, so I appreciate your support with that. We remain busy. We're about 4% higher for the same period last year than we were the previous year. This is fiscal year, so from July 1st to January. Looking back at last year, we're 4% higher. We did do the fire safety campaign. The fire marshal did that in collaboration with the Red Cross and East Shore Health at Highland Bluff. It was well received, and we'll mark that off as a successful campaign. Hopefully that translates into safety, right? So that was good. And then there was no real major calls to report since the January meeting, but certainly the busyness. So our average call volume, EMS, motor vehicle accidents, fire alarms, that kind of stuff has kept us busy.
Well, you had one day, you had 3 calls in 6 minutes.
Yes.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, it was Monday night between 4 o'clock in the afternoon and 7 o'clock at night. We did 11 calls.
In 2 hours.
Yeah, in 2 hours. So that's how it works around here, 0 to 100. There's no, people don't schedule their emergencies.
Yeah, you didn't have anything all day, because I look at that.
Yeah, it was relatively quiet, and then it just
And
went.
then
All of a
boom.
sudden,
Yeah.
yeah, all hell
Every
breaks
alarm
loose.
in town was going off.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this, after January, things do tend to slow down, and then they'll start to pick up again in March and in April and May. So.
Yeah.
And that's all we have, except for that I have.
Chief?
I'm good, no report.
Yeah, nothing. Really? Okay. All right, under old business, the letter was sent to the Board of Police Commissioners on behalf of the Board of Fire Commissioners on,
Oh, you did?
asking them to look for some money for us, that once they leave here, that we have to do some painting and carpeting and flooring and stuff, so.
Yeah, and Chief Mulhern and I had a great conversation. Again, they're good guests, and he indicated that's their plan all along. So,
Okay.
Not too concerned, but
Yeah.
it was communicated.
And I also looked into of how we could stop the development in apartments.
Okay.
I did go into that and did have a meeting and talk about that. So there are case studies that have been done in Connecticut where developers have bought against the town council and have won when they tried to halt it. So
So in other words, so they did try in other towns?
yeah, fought it
Okay.
and they ended up losing in court.
They use that
If you-
830G.
I forgot what exactly they
That's the
said. There was a-
statute, I think.
Yeah.
Some of that is the reason, but the other is, as long as the developer is following your
Right, the
zoning
guidelines.
guidelines, you can't stop them.
But you can change some of the
can
guidelines.
change-
We would have to change them
You
at
have
the,
to
on the
change
government
them.
level at the, yes. the
Huh?
guidelines.
Correct.
Before we
So we would have to look
Because-
into that.
Scott's wife is here.
Because the town, at one point, when I was on the RTM,
See if
there was an
they're out
adult,
Yeah,
they tried to get into town, and the RTM member, we all got together, both sides, and we made it so that they could not be so many feet from a church, so there was no,
Yeah. So we will have to just,
okay, so they're on it,
well, if we see something that we want to have changed, then we'll go and lobby for that.
okay,
Yeah, I told them we'll be back.
Okay.
So I told them that we're
Do we
mission
appreciate,
serious.
yeah.
Do we have any idea what we would need to change?
Well, I guess we would have to look at something and look at what's required in the regulations. It's
Like traffic stuff, like traffic and all that, you know, it'd have
Yeah,
to,
Yeah.
Density?
Yeah, so a lot of the, proposed developments, there was an early plan review the other day. Now, these are, a lot of things get proposed, like the big thing out
Yeah.
east, and
right,
then they just go away. But, we know that at some point those things are gonna happen. Early plan review the other day, there was a proposal on Commercial Parkway. There's a
Yeah.
property that's between Montoya and Walmart, Figliotti, another, I don't know if that one was 80 or 66 apartments. And then there was another one. So there was two proposals. One was for 80, one was for 66. And
they delivered all the site equipment.
and those
down
two
there.
were new parcels that I hadn't even
Yeah.
been aware of before.
Off Commercial Parkway?
Well, one's off Commercial Parkway. The other area is escaping me at this time.
Well, that's better than the 600 units they wanted to build up there. That's good.
Yeah.
yeah.
100, 60 is good, better than,
The proposal next to Clancy's, again, it could come up again. They had to do a sewer capacity study. They don't typically do those things until the springtime, so, there's stuff out there.
What's the big building on Northeast Industrial?
Northeast,
Way
and,
up.
oh,
that's the racquetball?
that's pickleball.
pickleball, I mean.
Pinning's
Pickleball.
doing a pickleball.
Right in
Yeah.
the corner, that's pickleball there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right next door to
It's a
his
big
place, yeah,
building.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a bunch of courts, a mezzanine
It's high.
overlooking it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's high,
Yeah, it's high. I said the same thing, for that, yeah.
Hope pickleball stays there.
Yeah, I know.
It'll be a phase.
Exactly, it's great, yeah, like breweries. Yep. Okay, under new business, we have to consider for appropriate, Short Beach Chuck and Ladder asked to conduct a fund drive. So similar to, someone else just did too.
Yep.
So we need to give them approval, or?
Yeah, we just have to make a motion.
So Engine 2 and Engine 4, are, they're working together to operate as a company, but they still have their separate, incorporations, and certainly Company 4, owns their building, so they take care of a lot of their own maintenance. So hopefully the public can support the continued maintenance, because we are still using the station. And
Yep, so can I get a motion to approve engine 4?
I'll move.
Okay,
Second.
discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, okay, so voted. All right, and we'll go back to the top. Once we have Captain Garrett.
he's right here.
Yes,
Pass
good.
this to you.
If you want
Oh, yeah.
to
I'll bring
have him
that
come to
back
the
here. Yep.
front.
Yeah,
Yep.
good.
That's what that is.
Yeah, good.
We'll give that to here. I'll give that to Sarah,
Sure.
his wife.
You want to swing your chair over here? You
Charlie
guys
coming?
Huh?
Charlie coming?
I don't think so, but he could be out there for all I
No,
know.
I didn't see him.
We'll have you swear Jared and have his wife do his thing, and then just
Yeah.
do John again too, just to
Yeah. Swear John, you? Okay.
make him jump through the hoops.
Yeah. Could have his badge on.
Come on in, come on in.
Chief.
I can have you raise your right hand. Oath of a fire officer, Captain. I state your name.
I, dear Lizzie,
Solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge my full duty as a fire officer, that I will respect and honor the rules and regulations of the Branford Fire Department, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will act with all haste in answering alarms, to obey implicitly the orders of my superiors, and to always conduct myself in a manner to being a credit to myself and to the department, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help me God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Sure, there were.
I heard we're at the prom. Oh,
Oh, yeah?
I might hurt myself.
Oh, your husband.
I'm not going to ruin your new shirt. Look, that's lovely. There we go. I don't want to.
All right.
All right.
Congratulations.
All right, John, come on up.
Seems like we've done this already.
I think we've done this.
Deja vu.
Oath of a fire officer, Deputy Chief of Safety and Administration. I, state your name,
I, John Kushma,
solemnly swear that I will faithfully discharge my full duty as Deputy Chief of Safety and Fire Administration, that I will respect and honor the rules and regulations of the Branford Fire Department, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I will act with all haste in answering alarms, to obey implicitly the orders of my superiors, and to always conduct myself in a manner to being a credit to myself and to the department, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, so help me God.
I do.
Congratulations.
Welcome back, John.
Congratulations.
Good job, John.
John, can I pin the badge on you?
Yeah, John, I need a badge on you. Thank you all. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And with that, we have no other business. We've gone to the top and the bottom and went back to the top. So we'll look for an adjournment.
Nope,
Oh,
I
you
have a
have?
question. I
Yeah.
have, just a news article that I read and I said, do we know anything about it? From February 3rd, about a new way to alert drivers through their cell phones.
So-
Some towns in Connecticut have
It's called Haas Alert. Since we have so many new apparatus on order, it's probably something we're going to look at. You know, it's a paid service, and
Yeah.
we'll just have to see what the cost is. But obviously, if it's you know, if it's cost effective in reducing accidents, we used to have the preemption system throughout town. We have chosen because there was never a budget for it and maintained in the fire department budget, and for many years I wasn't even unaware of it, and I don't think the chief was either. And over the years, the technology got old, and many of this boxes were taken out by vehicle accidents, and so we don't have that system anymore. But this may be a viable option that would be a lot more cost effective than that old system was.
I saw it on TV.
Wallingford has it, and Stratford maybe?
Yeah.
I'll tell you
At the time, only engine one was.
Those
the
new
only-
sirens, those howlers or whatever you call them, those are,
Oh, yeah, yeah. I was sitting
That is
at
the
the
best.
stoplight today, and it was
Yep.
like, you can't hear that, you got.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
problems.
it actually, like if you're in front of an ambulance, you feel it instead of just hearing it. It rumbles you.
Yesterday, I was coming down, I think it was yesterday, I was coming down the hill, West Main Street, and we had a call, and I could hear the sirens long before I could see them.
Yeah.
And it was like, where are they?
Well, that's right. As I'm driving, I'm always worried about, okay, I can hear it. Do I
Yeah.
need to do something?
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm looking in my mirror, trying
looking
to
everywhere.
pull it, what do I have to do?
Yeah, it's true.
Yep. So, yeah, we are looking into it.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay, we'll look for adjournment. It's 5:30 PM.
So moved.
Okay,
Second.
okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
This program was brought to you in part through the support of the Town of Branford. Watch town meetings and other videos on demand at BranfordTV.org.